welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Gianna, and please don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Today's video is going to be a combination of my 38-week pregnancy update and a Q&A because I've gotten a couple questions in my comment section about my pregnancy and certain things that I'd like to answer for you guys because since you're asking. But first I want to start off with my pregnancy update. So currently as I'm filming this, I am exactly 39 weeks pregnant, but I just had my 38-week checkup on Monday. If you've seen my last vlog, I kind of mentioned what happened. So in my appointment, I got my cervix checked. My doctor said I am 1 centimeter dilated and that my cervix is very soft. So she basically said all I need are some contractions and I'm definitely going into labor. But this morning, my mucus plug fell out. So I've been kind of on high alert today, just getting a feel for my body, just concentrating if I feel anything. If the contractions start to become consistent and they're not Braxton Hicks contractions, but actual labor contractions, then of course I have to go to the hospital. But so far I've just been feeling an increased amount of Braxton Hicks contractions, so nothing yet. But the reason why I'm high alert since my mucus plug fell out is because that's a sign of labor, and I was reading that you can go into labor immediately after, or it could be hours, days, or 1 to 2 weeks. And I'm 39 weeks today, so I have within the week to go into labor since my due date is next Wednesday. If I don't, let's say I don't go into labor today, I have my other appointment on Monday, my last checkup. In that appointment, they'll ask me if I want my membrane stripped to see if my body will follow through and go into labor, so basically inducing my labor. But if not, if I don't choose to do that, because my doctor said I don't have to if I don't want to, she only offers that to her patients if they feel like, you know, the pregnancy has been so unbearable, their back really hurts, or it's getting to the stage where it's just extremely uncomfortable, then she will suggest that for the patient. But otherwise, what they do is that they'll plan to induce me on a different date if I go past my due date. Other than that, that's pretty much all I have for any updates in my pregnancy. I just can't believe that I have literally a week left, and I'm telling you guys, I have this gut feeling, even Ryson does. I feel like I might go either today or tomorrow. It's gonna happen soon. I don't think I'm gonna last a week. I'm gonna move on to the Q&A part of this video, and I apologize if I was talking kind of fast. I felt like I was. I do feel like I'm out of breath, but that could just be I'm pregnant. But I'm going to be reading off the side on my laptop some of the questions that I got from you guys in my comment section. So if you see me looking off to the side, that's why, because like I said, I will be reading off of them. Okay, so first question I'm going to answer is, have you had any trouble bending over to pick things up or shave your legs or other areas below the bump? Any tips? Yes, it's hard to pick up things. I think that's kind of like an obvious. It's hard to bend over. You have to squat to pick up things at this point in your pregnancy, or whenever a woman is experiencing a very large bump at whatever week they're in. It's hard to pick up things, so you obviously have to squat down versus bending over. Your legs or other areas, I really don't have any tips. I mean, if you don't want to shave, you don't want to shave. I honestly have only shaved once in those areas throughout this whole pregnancy, so I don't really have any tips for that. How much weight have you gained? So currently I weigh about 155. Pre-pregnancy, I want to say I was like 118 to 120, in that range. So you do the math, it's about like 35 pounds, which I think is the norm. Do you have a pregnancy waddle? Yes, definitely. Any embarrassing symptoms such as farting, burping, gas, etc.? I mean, I don't know. I think everyone does that, so I don't know if that's embarrassing or not. I don't think it's been excessive or an extreme amount, so I'm gonna say no. Did you do maternity photos or a belly cast? No and no. I wanted to do maternity photos, but with everything going on, it just kind of slipped through the cracks. Also financially, you know, you don't want to pay a cheap price for a photographer. as much as, you know, I want to save money, that's something that I don't think I would cheap out on. So we just didn't have the money to do that, and you know, that's okay. I didn't do it the first time I was pregnant, and I'm not gonna do it now. Do you have any stretch marks, and are you using anything for them? Yes, I do have stretch marks. That's something that I've mentioned before. It's something that I'm not ashamed of. Yes, I will be honest and say there are times when I see other pregnant women on social media, and then I'm like, man, their stomach has really stretched, and you don't see any stretch marks at all in any other photos, and you think, is it just me? But it's really not. And like I said, I'm not ashamed of that. I do have stretch marks, and how I'm treating them or moisturizing my skin is I use coconut oil and Aquaphor, and that has helped a lot, because I noticed when I started using that, or prior to using that, my stomach would get really, really itchy and irritated, and I have not scratched my skin, because that just makes it worse. So as soon as I would apply, you know, the coconut oil and then the Aquaphor, it really helped a lot with the redness and the itchiness. Overall, keeping that skin, that area moisturized. Viewer had a ton of questions, so I'm gonna try to minimize it and pick the questions that I can answer. So the first one from this comment, do your kids play on your belly? So like Noah, he doesn't play on my belly. That would be very dangerous, because he could just kind of sit on me and squish my stomach. But he does, every now and then he'll lift up my shirt and say baby, and then kiss my stomach. So I guess that's considered playing. Is your belly skin sensitive? In the beginning, yes, like when I first started noticing that I was getting new stretch marks, you can feel how sensitive and like raw, if that makes sense, your skin feels, because it's stretching and it's technically tearing your skin. So with that stretching, it felt very sensitive. So yeah, definitely at that time. But now it's fine, because I think at this point the stretch marks have healed itself already. Has your belly button popped? Yes. It's crazy, because the first time I was pregnant, I had my belly button stayed in, and the second time around, as soon as I hit like my second semester, you can see my belly button was starting to poke out a little bit, and now it's completely out. It's completely popped out. Do strangers ask to rub your belly? That's a no. I would feel uncomfortable if someone asked me that question, and plus, like, I haven't been outside much in public places for someone to ask me that, so that's a no. The only time someone has asked me is like my aunt or something, or my little cousin wants to touch my stomach to see if the baby will move. How many kids do you want? I think the experience that I had the second time around, I think I'm okay with just 2 for now. If maybe we decide to have more kids, it probably won't be for another 5 years down the line. I say 4 to 5. Just to give my body a break, because this time around was a little harsh, and I'm just so ready for my pregnancy to be over. But of course I want my child to come out safe and healthy. Hopefully I answered a decent amount of questions, but I am going to end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching if you made it this far. Again, you guys, currently I'm 39 weeks, so I'm almost there. Who knows, I could go into labor tomorrow, tonight, or like in a couple of days. But I just hope that baby boy does not stay 4 days past like Noah did. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!